Chapter 9. Society.
Reading 33. Computers in School. Many schools today use computers. Teachers may ask students to work together or alone at a computer. Students may be asked to get things from the internet or to listen, write, or take tests on the computers. In music classes, computers are used to write music, play it, and then store it on students' phones. Students can watch musicians and learn from them, and they can play music along with students in other countries. In another class, computers are used to look at things in space and inside our bodies. They can look at very, very small things that we usually can't see. Today, it is easy to make pictures of things on a computer which look like real things. We can look at all kinds of living things and learn how they live. We use computers to see what cities looked like thousands of years ago. We can use them to look at photos of old books and walk around museums anywhere in the world. These days, schools use computers with students at younger and younger ages. Most children today have already used computers before they get to school. Computers are a great way to help learning, both at school and at home.
Reading 34. Bullying. Bullying happens when someone older, bigger, or stronger uses their power over someone younger or smaller. Bullying can happen to anyone at any age. It happens a lot with young people, but can happen to older people too. Bullying happens in different ways. One kind of bullying happens when a person tries to push someone around by pulling hair, throwing things, or hitting them. Another kind of bullying uses only words, calling someone bad names. Bullying can also happen through the internet, by sending bad texts or by putting someone's photo or video on the internet. A bully may use one or all of these ways to hurt someone. That's what happened to one Scottish teenager. In 2016, her friends asked her to walk home from school with them. They walked to a place where they were alone. Then they hit her while calling her names and making a video. Later, they put the video on the internet to hurt her more. Some people say that bullying usually happens and that children need to learn to be stronger. They say that children need to learn to hit back. Is that really what we want to teach our children?
Reading 35. Dying languages. There are many languages around the world that are only spoken. That is, they have never been written down. In some places, these languages are spoken by only a few old people. Often their children and grandchildren can't speak the language or don't want to learn it. People who speak these languages cannot read or write it because there is no way to write the words. All the things that people know have been passed from person to person for hundreds or thousands of years. Now, without books to keep the language in, we may lose these languages forever. You may not know that around half of the languages in the world today are not written down. About 8 out of 10 languages in Africa are this way. Australia is another place that has many unwritten languages. One of these languages has only about 15 speakers left. As speakers of these languages die, some of the languages die with them. Soon, they may be lost to the world forever. However, it is not all bad news. Some people are trying to write and record these languages so that something of them will be left after there are no more speakers.
Reading 36. Fears. Some people are so afraid of everyday things that it can make their life very difficult. There are many kinds of fears, and some of them are unusual. Some people have a fear of flying. Just thinking about flying can make them afraid. Where do fears come from? Some fears are learned, just like all the other things that we learn. There are different ways to learn a fear. If a child is hurt by a dog, he or she could always have a fear of dogs. This fear can last a long time and can stop the child from doing usual things, like walking outside. Another way people learn fear is from other people. Children often have the same fears as their mother or father. They learn to be afraid of things that their mother or father is afraid of. They may be afraid of spiders because their mother always cried when she saw a spider. Fears can be unlearned, too. The way to do this is by facing your fear little by little. If you have a fear of flying, try to get used to being in airplanes. Think of being happy when flying. In time, your fear will go away.